Hey folks, Chotocast again, and this is just a quick update video on the Nerf M41A pulse rifle kit that I've been working on, the 3D printed kit. I have done a test fit to a retaliator that I've modified, and this is the kit fitted up to the retaliator. Now, the print density on this I've done fairly light. It's a solid extruded exterior. It's only got a 10% infill to try and make it as lightweight, use as little ABS as possible, and ultimately keep the cost down. The front pump grip, however, is a more solid print. Obviously, it's going to cop a little bit more damage. Same as the heatsink up the front. That's a solid print. But the main shrouds are done in a lighter infill to try and reduce the amount of ABS used and therefore keep the cost down. Now, this one is up and running. I haven't chrono tested it or anything as yet. I've just finished assembling it and wiring it up. Now, wiring it up, you say? Yes, okay. Now, what I've actually done with this one is, with the magazine, when the magazine inserts, there's a little micro switch on the bottom, so that when you load up your blaster and the magazine clicks into place, the ammo counter lights up. So you get an illuminated ammo counter. So just completes the look, makes it look that little bit more screen accurate, etc. Now, I haven't chrono tested this. It is a modified retaliator. It has a 5 kilogram Orange Modworks spring, air restrictor removal, seal improvement, etc., etc. So it should shoot pretty good. And I've modified the long shot front gun on this as well. I've actually put in a slightly cut down Orange Modworks Vulcan spring in it, removed the air restrictor, etc., improved the O-ring seal and what have you. So it should actually shoot pretty good too. So I'll give you a bit of a closer look over the actual shrouds. Now, they're not glued into place. How I've actually fixed these is with just a small screw either side at the front here. Lost focus. And then the magwell, actually, the two screws on the dress plate here go right through into the blaster and hold that into place. And conversely, on the opposite side, you've got two screws on that plate there that actually hold it into place, and one on the shroud housing there. Now, those screws are enough to essentially, I mean, because it was friction fitted fairly well, but they're enough to actually stop it from moving around, from falling off, and to hold it into place, which essentially is all you need to do. So this kit, obviously, I've painted up so that you can get a better idea of what the overall look would be. If I close the breech, it's with the breech closed. Now, I guess what we should do is chuck it over the chronometer and see what sort of FPS it's getting. The magazine, I'll just set the camera up. So, magazine still releases the magazine, and it will release out the bottom. Okay, so now the magazine will actually hold 12 darts. So we'll put that into place. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll set the chrono up and we'll put a dozen rounds out of the retaliator across the chronograph and see what sort of FPS we get from that. And then we'll put a couple of darts from the long shot front gun across it as well and see what it's reading. Not sure how many shots we've done here. And that's the end of the bag. Alright, so you can see the sort of FPS we're getting from the Retaliator. So the long shot front guns had the air restrictor removed, a Vulcan spring fitted. Jesus. Wow. Geez, 84 feet per second. The I forgot the name of them. The other brand blaster. They do like a bug hunter series. They've got like a little foam head on them, so they're not like a normal Nerf dart. But I can actually get them all the way into the barrel. They don't stick out of the end of the barrel and look crappy. So that's sort of why I went for them. But let me grab some of those elite darts we shot. That's not bad. If I'd have told you could get that out of a long shot front gun, you would have laughed at me. Seventy-four and a half feet per second with a standard elite dart. Wow. Okay. So there you go. That's the first prototype build of my Nerf M41A pulse rifle kit. Proof of concept, whatever you want to call it. So the kit will include, you get the front barrel heatsink shrouding, the pump grip assembly for the front. There's the top shroud, which is actually made up of 3 sections that you have to glue together. The plates, side plates, where the number display is there, and the one on the other side, and then the magazine, which is will consist of the base and the magazine well. All you need is a Raider stock, either a Retaliator or a Recon for the main blaster, and a long shot front gun, which, as you've seen, you can modify and get some decent FPS out of. Alright, so that's proof of concept. These will be available from my web store. I'm actually going to be selling these myself direct to the public because I'm trying to keep the price down. Obviously, the more hands involved, the more overheads, the more prices are driven up, and it's going to make it difficult to get this out into the marketplace for an affordable sort of price. I'm going to have to play with the print densities, etc., to nail it down and get it 100%, so I'm happy with it. Yeah, we're dealing with print densities and what have you, and just making sure that the kit is actually robust and strong enough that it can handle a little bit of pushing and pulling without being too brittle or too likely to break. Also, I just want to make sure that everything fits together properly and what have you, and each time I go through a generation of mods, I have to basically rebuild and what have you to make sure that everything's going together properly. Alright, so now this particular blaster, the one you're looking at right here, I'm going to have to put up for sale. It's one of my prototypes. As you can see, it's complete, it's functional, it's shooting very well. I will put it on my web store. I'll put a link to the web store in the description under the video here. The web store is a work in progress, so I'm slowly adding bits and pieces to it. All my 3D products will also be available via there. Alright people, keep an eye out for this on my web store. Have a look from my web store. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video. and I'll keep bringing you new stuff. Stay tuned, and I will see you on the next mod. Cheers.